Hey guys, welcome. Just got words that Star Citizen 4.4 PTU is going to Wave 1 in a couple of hours after the latest Ivacati build release. And the latest Ivacati patch was just released about an hour ago, so NYX is coming today and very shortly. And I will be streaming that as soon as I'm able. However, I did got a little cold recently. I don't know how much I can do in terms of the new content, but I will do my best. So I just want to let you guys know first. This cold made me realize health is more important than playing a stupid video game. But the problem is, every time I got addicted to Star Citizen, I always forget what I just said. Well, indeed. Strange human. Now, in this video, let's take a quick overview of the latest 4.4 PTU build. Take a look at some of the new released details. First of all, according to the data mining, human trafficking is in NYX patch. Cargo missions where you have to transport cryopods. That's very interesting because in many of the leaked photos, we don't only see human pods, we also see the Vandu pods. So this makes me wonder, is just human trafficking or Vandu trafficking? Either way, it's a bad thing, right? But very interesting to see that. Now, according to the very first Ivacati 4.4 patch note, the mesh configuration has been set to 622,600, which means there are 6 servers in Stanton, 2 servers in Pyro, and 2 servers in NYX. The total player cap, soft cap, is about 600. Sometimes it can go up to 650 or even 700 people by my experience. However, the mesh configuration does make me worry. Does CIG only have 10 servers? Because the total server configurations always add up to 10 servers. Stanton has 6 servers, but Stanton has only 4 systems, right? But of course, Stanton has a lot more content, a lot more things to do. So 6 servers, but Pyro is huge. We used to get 4 servers for Pyro, minimum 3 servers for some times. But this time we're getting 2 servers for Pyro and 2 servers for NYX. Ooh. And you know the advantage of server meshing, because if we have a server error, it's only localized. However, 2 servers for a big system, if we're having server problems, that's gonna be pretty bad. So that's why I wonder, when we have Castra, when we have Terra, when we have all 5 systems, how the server meshing is going to be. Of course, when we have 5 servers, it's probably going to get really close to Star Citizen 1.0, which means the dynamic server meshing will probably be implemented. But as of right now, this is all the servers we get, 622. That's it. The testing and feedback focus for this patch is stability and bug fixes, which is throughout the whole year. And look at the last patch, we'll know the status of the stability and bug fixes. Second focus is NYX, Levski, and Delamar. Now, this also makes me wonder, are they gonna give us the 3 planets plus the Delamar and Levski a complete NYX system? We shall see very shortly. Third, interstellar hauling, external free elevators. Now, according to some of the bug fixes, looks like the auto-loading for the hull seat is still a thing, which is good because they recently also fixed that bug in the PU. So even though we have the external free elevators, I think we will still be able to auto-load and auto-unload, especially maybe not Levski, maybe the jump gates, right? We can still do those interstellar hull seat cargo missions. Fourth one is ballistic missile launcher called Boom Tube. Now, let's take a look at the game feature and updates. First is Levski and Delamar polish, audio and music lighting art LOD, and performance polish. New Levski NPC voice line, added windows to hospital view deck and fixed view distance into view rooms for outside. Hangar set dressing cleanup. Now, speaking of the Levski NPCs, I did read a patch note yesterday that the social NPCs in Levski will shoot and kill each other. I hope that is still a thing. It's gonna be really interesting to see. If they shoot at each other, or can loot their armors, loot their garments. But don't let CIG know this. Next one, ship and vehicles. Max Ox Neutron Cannon Art Refactor. Updated several Max Ox Neutron Cannons art style and geometry, size 1, 2, and 3. Yes, we are getting these new neutron cannons. Size 1, 2, and 3, very good. I like small sizes because it's going to be a lot useful for small fighters, medium and heavy fighters. Now, this is a picture for these neutron cannons. And guess what? The NDB series of weapons, I think is also made by NYX. So you can see these weapons looks very similar to the NDBs. Size 1, you have 1 barrel. Size 2 and size 3, you both have 2 barrels. So they are neutron cannons, energy cannon. And very likely this is the cannon side of the NDBs. Because NDB is laser repeaters, neutron repeaters, right? And these are neutron cannons. Can't wait to test this. Next one is weapon and items. New IPS weapon, ballistic missile launcher boom tube. Here are the new details. So it's a 3 rocket tapped together in a tube, releasing this single deadly payload. This weapon has high spread and an arming distance, leaning into its chaotic, unpredictable nature of firing the sweet spot distance. The design intent with this weapon is a high-power explosive with a singular magazine, finding the sweet spot between being close enough to deal with the weapon's inaccuracies, but not close enough to trigger a dud. Arming distance, which is quite silly to my opinion. So you do have an arming distance, just like the torpedoes. Within 1500 meters of a torpedo, the torpedo will not explode. 2 keynotes is that this weapon projectile is low, only 135 meters per second. Wow, that is really low. Slower than a torpedo. Performance is heavily dependent on gravity of the environment, as lower gravity allows for less projectile drop. I see. Maybe in space, there is no gravity, so there is no projectile drop. Here are the detailed stats. Weight is light. Damage around 2.5x more powerful than a charged railgun. Whoa, that is powerful. Projectile velocity only 135. Aim down sight time 0.4, and not too bad. Max size only 1. Spread is high. Oh my gosh, this is a powerful weapon, but you need to find a sweet spot. So you need to practice this gun. We need to test this gun a lot in order to find that sweet spot. I wonder if this gun is effective against ground troops or not. Probably you can kill yourself really easily with this weapon, but you do have a arming distance. If you fire this gun within the arming distance, maybe the warheads, you can just tractor them or just fall everywhere. It won't just explode. I wonder if you can shoot the projectiles and make it explode or not. Now, the patch is coming soon. Here are the known issues. Let's learn about them. First of all, Fleet Manager vehicles are in claim state upon retrieving. This is an old bug. It doesn't happen to every player, but sometimes it does happen. Depends on the server, I think. Quantum travel. Quantum marker for Pyro, NYX, jump point, and nearby rest stop station are not visible, making travel to this location difficult. Oh wow. If it's not visible, you can't even travel to those locations. It's gonna be impossible. Next one is client will freeze, stall when accessing commodity kiosk at locations like TDD and admin office in Pyro. Yeah, this happened to me every single time. It will freeze for about, I think, between 2 to 5 seconds. So I always felt like my game crashed, but after the longest, maybe a little bit over 5 seconds, it will just recover. Actor respawning. Players may not respawn at their primary residence after using self-destruct or force respawn. Trams from Lorville Metro Center to Tisa Spaceport will rapidly rotate when leaving the station, which can push the player out of bounds or kill them. It's still a thing, yep. Hangars. Unable to contact ATC via keybind shortcut. Oh, this has happened to the Pyro Gateway. Yes, still to me, I think yesterday, we were trying to call a hangar. So Pyro Gateway, don't use the keybind or the shortcut. Just use your comm console or use your Mobiglass. Call the ATC directly there. Last one, Grimhex elevators are backwards. Okay, so that's the known issues. Nothing is a blocker. Nothing is too bad. But we shall see. Once the patch goes to wave 1, more people are testing, we're probably going to find out more bugs. Bug fixes. CIG said Star Citizen Alpha 4.4 currently contains nearly 140 bug fixes for issues occurring in the 4.3.2, 33 of which originated from the issue console, which means a quarter of the bugs are from the issue console. So the issue consoles are about 25% effective. Now, Levski ASAP unable to retrieve ships. We're unable to deal with your requests at this time era. Next one, Levski hangar elevator interior panel becomes unresponsive to player input. Small entities can clip into the gate and get stuck, which can stop the free elevator flow. Actor asphyxiation occurs in hab areas and barter junction. Central lift UI arrows are facing the opposite direction to direction of travel. Design landing services are not available for docked vehicles. And by the way, these are the bugs happening in Levski. So Levski, you can't have the landing services. Now, still Levski, civilian in VIP areas of cafe musician can be found standing on table. That should be a feature, shouldn't be a bug. Levski, the quantum travel marker is offset from the actual position of the location. Levski arrive radius set to 60 kilometers. That's not too bad. So those are the potential bug fixes and new feature and updates for the latest 4.4 Ivacati patch. However, as of right now, we already have 5 Ivacati patches for 4.4. This one is significant because it has some new things, but one of the past 4.4 patch also contains some changes regarding the PDT change, the missile and torpedo change, and additional ship updates, which I already covered in one of my previous videos. So just briefly mention it because I will be testing all of these once patch goes to wave 1. Now, PDT changes, the damage for the PDCs on all your capital ships or your Phoenix, which has PDC, also the Reclaimer, the alpha damage has been reduced by 50%. How does it affect gameplay? We shall see when we test it. Also, the missile and torpedo changes. The health for all missiles is reduced by 50%, and health for torpedoes has been reduced by 33%. So it's easier to destroy missiles and torpedoes now. We also received additional ship buffs, like the Envo FAC Lightning received a maneuverability and GeForce buff. Also maneuverability buff for the Envo Hawk, Envo Arrow, Aspera Thais, and the flight performance improvements for the Saber Raven, Firebird, Buccaneer, Herald, and Mantis. So as soon as the data comes in from the changelog on the Urco game or the ship performance viewer, I will be testing them. So this is it, a short overview of the new patch that's coming. Hopefully it will make to wave 1 later today. If it does, as soon as I can get in game, I will start the stream and let's go to NYX together for the very first time. See you later.